I'm Doug Cowan. I'm the Director of Development for Community Services League in Eastern Jackson County.
I'm Michael Levine. I'm the Executive Director for Community Services League as well.
And what interested each of you in attending the Philanthropy Midwest conference in 2010?
For me, what interested me the most, as someone who'd only been in the nonprofit world for about 6 months, I thought it was a great opportunity to get out and see what other nonprofits were doing, especially in the fundraising world, to see what some of the newest trends were. And I was really attracted by the fact that there were going to be speakers coming in from across the country to shed some perspective on national trends and directions that the fundraising field is going, particularly in the nonprofit world.
And for me, having been now almost 20 years in the fundraising industry, I found it beneficial to go out, kind of refresh myself, get re-energized, and see a lot of, like Doug was saying, some of the new and exciting things happening out in the field. Made sure that I brought my team with me because I thought there was a huge value in bringing all of my fundraising professionals along for the conference.
Great. Tell me about the affordability and accessibility.
Very affordable. Being here in Kansas City, it made it very simple. We're located in Independence, and for us it was just a matter of making sure we were able to get to the conference by car. No reason to fly anywhere or any hotel rooms. We make sure that we budgeted this type of information, education into our budget each year, and it was certainly something that I felt it was a priority to make sure my staff had availability to it.
What are maybe a couple of the most memorable things you learned at the conference?
I think, as I said earlier, the opportunity to hear people come in, our guest speakers that came in from all four corners of the country, to shed some light on issues that are facing nonprofits across the country. One of the things that really came across, for me personally, I really enjoyed the opportunity to learn about philanthropies acting more as businesses and really an adequate investment of philanthropic dollars to continue to grow the nonprofit industry so that we can, as an industry, can continue to grow and expand like businesses are.
I certainly agree. The guest speakers were a great part of the event. I also enjoyed the fact that I was able to interact with a lot of colleagues, both those that I've known over the years as well as meet a lot of new people, share like experiences, and talk about similar challenges that we all have running a nonprofit organization.
Any tidbits or skills or ideas that you've implemented at Community Services League since you attended the conference?
For me, one thing that really got my brain moving was something that we've been working to implement as a planned giving opportunities for our donors, and having attended that session on deferred giving really has brought us to move even closer to moving forward with rolling out a final product on our planned giving society.
How would having a solid planned giving program affect your clients?
Well, a planned gift has the opportunity to affect people for generations to come. It gives a donor an opportunity to make a lasting impact not only on our agency but our community as well, and it will help clients for generations to come.
Michael, anything you specifically remember taking away?
Certainly, I went through the management governance track, and for me, a lot of our interaction was about interacting with your board, their role and responsibility, and we had been talking about doing a board retreat more in theory. After going to the conference, we've crystallized our plans. We're calling it more of a strategic planning summit as we move forward into the new year, but it really gave me some good ideas about things to talk about, ideas to bring up, and really kind of how to put it all together to make it impactful for all of our board members as well as for our staff.
How about the exhibits? How did you react to those?
Exhibits were great. I think there was a lot of opportunity available for us to take a look at, a lot of options. In fact, there were some folks that I hadn't seen in a while that was good to bump into. And for me, as an individual who runs the operation, it gives me other opportunities to find out, are we getting the best value for our money with our current vendors, and a chance to exchange ideas and questions with them as well.
It was especially beneficial. One particular vendor, we ran in and talked to the folks from Panera, and we got the opportunity to, as an agency that provides emergency food products, we got on Panera's list for their day-in donations. So that was a direct result that we took away from the exhibits.
Great. What impressed you most about the conference, looking back on the whole thing?
It's a pretty smooth running event. for the number of people I feel that are in attendance. There was a wide variety of topics to be covered, and personally, from an executive director point of view, it had all the areas that I wanted to make sure my staff got to interact with, whether it be marketing, communications, fund development, or management and governance. And it's a wonderful resource and asset for Kansas City to be able to put this on, not only for our local nonprofit executives and staff members, but for people around the Midwest as well.
Michael, you tweeted throughout the conference. Tell me a little about that.
Social media is the name of the game. What better place to talk about spreading information than at a fundraising event, at a conference, trying to get a message out about ways people are doing things differently. I figured, why not? I'm sitting at the event, and I wanted to share some of my thoughts with the folks that follow me on Twitter and Facebook.
Great. As nonprofit professionals, why are conferences like this important?
It's important for us to step away from our daily comfort zones and to really move out and to challenge our processes, challenge the way that we're thinking, and to really learn from the other professionals that are in the community. I was really impressed at the conference by the professionals that were there representing other nonprofit agencies throughout the Midwest. I felt there was a lot that I stood to learn, and so it was really good for 2 days to remove yourself from the office environment and to really focus in on what can we do better.
And any other thoughts?
I completely agree with what Doug was saying. I think we get into a rut sometimes doing our jobs day in and day out, and a chance to refresh ourselves, to learn other ways, new trends, what the current thinking is from a lot of different points of view is a benefit to any organization.
Coming next year?
Definitely.
Absolutely.